can get the correct answer. Okay, there is also a question about, okay, if Lina's hair is 37 inches and then Tom's hair is 15 inches, what do you think is Sam's hair if the total of his or the total length of her hair is 12 times longer than Lina and 3 times shorter than Tom? And I'm like, okay, how am I going to solve this? Okay, why don't they just cut?
They should they should just be able to take a ruler and then just calculate how long it is. Just like how they calculate how long is the other two is.
Okay, you were right. Okay, and also is if ever, okay, actually my score that time out of 50 items is only 13. Okay, it's only 13. And it is not really the lowest. Okay, some got 4, 3, 2, and worst is 1 point. And out of 50 students, I am ranked 10. Okay, and the highest score is only 18, if I'm not mistaken, out of 50 items. So yes, it is really hard. Okay, and I don't want to join. Okay, what about, I think you were good with debate. Have you tried debating with your classmates?
No, that's me anyway.
Okay, but do you know the word debate?
No.
Okay, when we say,
No, I only um
okay, when we say the word debate, okay, that word debate, oh, where is it again? Okay, the word debate, it is, for example, I am contestant number 1 and you are contestant number 2. Okay, for example, our topic is about teenage pregnancy. And then we will choose what side should we take. For example, you will choose, I am in favor of teenage pregnancy. And my side is, I am not favor when it comes to teenage pregnancy. And then there is round 1, round 2, round 3, up to 5 rounds. And then first you will, okay, since you agree with teenage pregnancy, you will give your ideas what teenage pregnancy is. Okay, what are the benefits of being a teenage mom? And after your point or your ideas, the time after 2 minutes, the time will go on me, and I will explain why is it not okay to have teenage pregnancy. Okay, if you are throwing ideas, possibly I am the contender. I'll be throwing you questions. And if you would answer that question, you can ask me questions as well to block my ideas. And then whoever gave the best point of ideas would be the winner. So that is a debate. So I think you were quite good with it. I don't know, but I think on your higher grade level, you can or you will be able to try it. And I'm pretty sure that you will nail that one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you have to be ready with that because you were a good speaker, to be honest. Okay, I'm not expecting that at your age. Okay, you're quite eloquent with your answers. Mm-hmm. And maybe it is not a surprise because I think you got that from your mom and dad, especially to your mom. Because I think she is really an intelligent woman. Am I right?
yes, she is.
And it is quite obvious. Okay, since she is the head of your family, and I think you also mentioned, okay, if she talks, you guys will listen. You have no choice but to listen. Anyways, okay, can we now proceed to number 7? I think. Can we?
Um, yes, we can. How does the internet affect a social relationship? Well, in a lot of ways. As you have heard before, like about online dating. Like someone like could just literally be like using something online.
Mm-hmm.
For example, he or she may be like already have a husband or wife, but
Mm-hmm.
don't can still like hang out with somebody while they are already having like you know like he or she would be cheating on somebody.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that is actually how, or the literal effect of internet or online something about our social relationship. And also, if I forgot to mention about online dating. We have different apps, especially the adult apps, wherein even the kids could access it. Okay, it is quite
Yeah.
popular in the Philippines.
Yes,
The
it
lit much, if you know that. Okay, you will just have to log it
yeah.
in, and then you will be joining different groups. You will be discussing, or there would be a topic per room party. For example, they have a question and answer portion somewhere like looking for boyfriends and girlfriends. Okay, and I think and also when using online dating app, you can use different picture of yours, whether it is so much edited, wherein okay, someone would tell you like, though you were a Vietnamese, you could like, or they could say that you are an American because of too much effect on your face. Okay, instead of having like that narrow eyes, which is quite cute. Okay, your eyes is quite big on the picture, and you look very matured on the picture. And then it also happens, okay, it affects in such a way that the person that you were talking on that app, of course, would say, "Oh, you're so beautiful. I want to meet you. You are so handsome. Let's have a coffee sometime." Okay, and then you would agree, "Well, okay, I'm pretty sure that you will like me because I'm this beautiful." Okay, but it happens that when those two persons meet, okay, there is an expectation versus reality moment. Okay. Since the guy is telling the girl, "Ah, you look so pretty. Your skin is so white." And then in reality, the girl is like, "Okay." And she is not really that white skin. She don't also have a pointed nose. She don't have like a clear skin. She has a lot of acne on her face. Okay, and that I think the trust of the person that you were talking to will simply disappear. Okay, because he thinks that the girl is super honest to him. Okay. So aside from destruction of relationships and trusts, of course, what do you think what else do you think is the effect or how internet can affect social relationship? What about with your family, with the family members?
Maybe that a lot of people only like spending time with like their computers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like even when other people come and meet them, they probably just like, yeah, I'm coming, and then they will just say something like, oh no, miss, I have like a stomachache, I got to go to the toilet, and then he would like still be there and then just playing the video games and don't want to like meet other people because they just don't like them, stuff like that.
Um, you were right also with that one. Okay, what about okay, the family time that you should have? How is that internet or everything that is connected to internet affects your family bonding?
Like he or she would have like they could like buy things for they to play, so they could like hide it somewhere so that other people couldn't find them, so that they can play their favorite game or
Mm-hmm.
anything that they brought, stuff like that. That
Okay.
would probably be really bad for them.
And also is there are times that okay, it is time for you guys to talk or to share what just happened today or everything that just happened on this day. There would be no time because, for example, the son is just simply playing mobile games, and the father is scrolling on Facebook, and the mother is like having doing some TikTok videos. Okay, so the family time that they should have will simply disappear. Okay, there will be no time for sharing moral thoughts. Okay, so that's it. Okay. What else? What other ideas can you share or an additional to how internet can affect social relationship? Is there any?
Yes, there are some more, but I cannot list them now.
Okay, it's okay. Now let's have I think number 8. Would you like to read it? Go.
Okay. So number 8. Do you think everyone should learn how to use internet? Like it's not really that neat. Like they have to know how to use internet at all. Like they could just know how to like basic. They don't really have to learn it. Especially the poor one. They probably don't have like enough in order to use internet.
Mm-hmm.
So knowing social is like a waste of time for them.
Okay, not everyone, of course, should learn to use internet. Let's just be certain with the different applications. Okay, do you think it is required for a grandmother to learn TikTok?
No, why wouldn't she need it if she don't know about TikTok?
Okay, she don't need to. But what can you say about those grandmothers who are like being famous on TikTok? For example, this one. I'll show you something.
I do know like some people who is famous, old people like on who is famous on TikTok.
Okay, so
I do know some of them.
okay, some of them, but what is your reaction if ever you will be seeing this kind of TikTok video of an old woman? Hold on.
It's just so ugly. Like
And then
I
people
just
are
feel like
making fun of
why,
her. Okay, another one
why? I just
is
feel why,
what about
why,
no, not that one.
why? No, I don't like them.
Okay, this one also.
It just look very, it just look really weird, and I just feel really confusing. Why do they even want to do it?
Really, there are lots actually,
Oh, but
as well as
only
this one.
but you know YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know YouTube, right? Yeah, I remember that. You know, most of the games are often for the young people, for example, me
Mm-hmm.
and maybe someone who's a bit older than me. But I know that this is like a grandma who is like still playing video games, although she is more than 80 years old. And she has
Okay.
like more than 1,000 grandkids, or what I say, subscribers.
Okay. But I think, but do you think that what the grandma that you've seen on the video is way too far? I mean, it is not that acceptable, though we can allow them to use TikTok. Do you think it is too much?
Like maybe if they really want to use it, then yeah, maybe they can. But I just ask them why would they even do that?
Okay. What about those, let's say traditional people, those who are having, or the tribe people? Do you think they should learn to use the internet?
No,
And why
I
do you
don't
think
think
so?
they. But if they want to like do like internet,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they could still learn it.
Okay, but why do you think it is not proper that a kid ages 3, 4, or 5 years old to use internet? Why is that they were not really? um, or we can simply say that we should not tolerate them using internet. What do you think is the reason?
The reason, one of the ones that everyone would say is like they're just too young. But for me, I think that it is because like that is the age that they have need like the most love from like their parents. They don't can just rely on. Oh, and also, it is not like a really good way to like teach them well stuff. And for example, when they don't want to eat, he or she would probably say that if you finish this meal, I will give you my phone and you can watch stuff on it.
Mm.
It's not a really good way to like educating kids like that. So like borrowing the phone is like the main goal. So they wouldn't like care about it actually. And when they like grow up, they are like being too related to that. So they want to know the actual meaning of when they have to like eat it actually.
Okay, and I also have to agree with that. And also is in addition, okay, though it is a reinforcement or a positive reinforcement to say that okay, you can play games, you can watch Cocomelon on my cell phone if you will finish your breakfast or your food. Okay, it is quite unacceptable because okay, you were teaching the children on how to rely everything online, to rely everything on gadgets and technology. So I think that is improper. Okay, now I want to know, let's finish the last two questions, I think. Okay, we can finish these two questions. Okay, let's have number 9.
Okay. Let me read number 9. Number 9, do you think it is important for school to have internet access?
Mm-hmm.
I think if it is for the teacher to use it in order to like teach the kids, then yes it is. But if it is, and even if it is for the student to use, it is also a good way to like teach them about internet and things on it, as long as it is
Mm-hmm.
okay and suitable for their age. Example, that you shouldn't teach them about like games that are not recommended for them. For example, if you show them like for example shooting games or violence games,
Mm-hmm.
and for example like games where people will try to kill each other, then it's not a very good way. Um and children also like have something like often do what they see on the internet, or rather what they have learned. For example, if they see some like, for example, in a game when you accidentally fall off a cliff or somewhere high, you could just respawn.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are in real life, if the kid do like that, they probably just think, I'm just going to respawn and nothing going to hurt me. But that is a trap, and it will just take away their life. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, anything that you want to add up?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, yes, again, you are right. It is important for schools to have internet access, especially to the teachers. Okay, but what about a kid like you who's like curious or having a hard time understanding what is on your textbook or what is your teacher been telling you? So, do you think it is proper for a school to have a free Wi-Fi access for every student?
No. Like, I know that at some school, like I know that in some school, they will allow students to have internet access because But it's often just university where they will need to like do the assignment right at where they are now. For
Mm-hmm.
example, when the teacher gives some assignment and the due is Saturday, they cannot just go home and then use the internet. And for some students, they got to like do it right at the day. So having an internet connection is needed for them in order to do it. And if they don't have it, they are the one who is the blame for why they don't finish their work.
I agree. So, okay, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts about it. Now, let us proceed to the last question. So, I think we have to finish this one. Go.
Wouldn't you give your employees the right to telework from home if you own a company? Oh, do you know what is telework mean?
Yes, telework is working from home, meaning to say,
Oh,
doing
oh,
paperwork.
but I would,
Yes.
I would definitely allow that. Because like I would definitely allow that because it is so like to boost the efficiency. Like they won't have to like stay at the company to like work more in order to pay more. They could go home where they are really like relaxing, and so that they can have the best mood in order to work.
Okay, that's it. Of course, you would allow them or you would allow your employees to at least have a work from home or a telework. It is because, okay, your employees were not really robots. Okay, they get tired, especially when attending companies' work, and they should have time doing their stuffs at home too. Okay, if their energy is quite lost, or they don't have much energy to finish everything that has to be passed in your company, of course that would be a great privilege for them also to enjoy their free time, bonding with their kids, okay, making their own meals without having a time pressure because they were just at home. So I think that is very important. Okay, so I think we were done discussing about internet, and I'll be sending the next topic to you on ClassIn. Okay, kindly check the PDF that I will be sending. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, since we are done and we exceeded 5 minutes now, I think it calls for a goodbye, and I'll be meeting you on Wednesday again. Is that clear?
Okay.
Okay, bye
Okay.
bye for now,
Bye bye,
Ken. Nice
teacher.
seeing you again. Bye bye.
Bye.
Okay.